Welcome and welcome back, everybody. It's Tabletop Toki here, and in today's video, we'll be doing a solo playthrough of Lands of Amazement. During the course of the playthrough, I'll give a tutorial about how the game is played, and be sure you stick around for the end of the video where I share my thoughts about the game in general. Before we jump in, a huge shout out to ButtonShy Games for sending a preview copy for us to check out here today. But without further ado, let's get started. So here is a game of Lands of Amazement set up and ready to play. Over the course of the game, we'll be playing as an aspiring park designer, filling our portfolio with different cards that we'll eventually use to create our mega park. For setup, you're going to start by selecting one of the random portfolio cards and setting it off to the side. You'll then shuffle up the deck of park cards, putting one face down to cover the word portfolio on your portfolio card. Then you'll set aside 4 cards for your draw pile and distribute the rest of the cards evenly into 3 piles, flipping up the top card of each. The game will consist of 4 rounds during the portfolio phase and 1 final Megapark round. During each round in the portfolio phase, you'll draw a card and assign it to one of the 3 parks. You're trying to complete the plan up in the top left corner using one of the 2 different parks blocks on the bottom of each card placed. When you place the card, it is locked into that park, but you can rotate, orient it however you would like. Once you have enough parks to successfully create this shape or larger, then you'll go ahead and complete it. If you are able to get the exact shape shown on the plan card, then you'll also get the special ability listed next to it. However, if there are extra park icons outside of that shape, then you'll simply discard the park plan as well as any of the cards used to build it. Then you'll reveal a new park plan. Once there are no cards left in your draw pile or there are no more park plans to complete, that will be the end of the round. You'll first take all of the cards in your discard pile and select 1 or more of them to place into your reserve. If you have a card that matches that round's park icon, you have to assign at least 1 card from your discard. Then you'll shuffle all those cards up to form a new draw deck, slide down your reserve cards to show that you're in the next round, and proceed. After 4 rounds, you'll be able to take all of the cards from your reserve and try to arrange them to create the plan listed on your mega park. Once you've completed your mega park, you'll score it in 3 different categories. 2 points for each missing park icon that's shown on the plan, 1 point for any extra park icons outside of the plan, and 1 point for each of these specific icons that's missing from your mega park. Our goal is to get as close to a score of 0 as possible, with 6 or more points being a failure. And that's all we need to know to get started. So we're going to start with round 1 in our portfolio phase. We'll flip up our first card here. We have this L shape, which looks like it could work really well for this medieval manor, but it could also work. It's unfortunately the wrong orientation for the Wild Heart Eco Tours. So I think we'll place it in medieval manor and think about using those hot dog symbols. Let's take our next card and see. So here, because of how the cards are oriented, we wouldn't be able to quite make that shape. So I think we're going to assign this to Wild Heart Eco Tours. Let's flip up our next card. Hopefully we'll be able to complete at least 1 here today. Okay, here we go. So this card, again, unfortunately, not quite the right orientation. We could, nope, that's too large. So let's see where we can put this instead. The other option is to try to use these resources. This allows us to reserve this card, whereas this lets us discard the topmost reserved card and reserve this card in its place so that we know exactly what's in our pile because we haven't seen this card quite yet. I think we want to work towards that. So let's see. And can we make this icon? Not quite. We would need 1 more right there if we were to go that route. Okay, last card. Hopefully we can use this to complete it. So we can complete it perfectly. That would be awesome so that we can also get the benefit, but I'm not necessarily sure that that will be possible. Let's see what we can do. And as for using our park cards, we do have to use each of the icons at least once, although we can cover and overlap beyond that if we would like to. So if I do something like this, that does not suffice, unfortunately. But if we do this, and this, we're still missing 1. Uh-oh. Let's see. There's got to be a way to make this work. I think, perhaps. We'll see. We do this. We can also then cover Oh, we can't. So I think we'll have to assign this to this park instead. But unfortunately, again, I don't think that we'll be able to complete the plan as shown. I mean, this technically does, but then we have this extra icon, so we won't get the ability, but at least it's done. So this will go into our discard along with the cards used. To create it, we'll flip up our new plan. And then since we do not have a draw pile, we're going to discard the rest of the cards that are built. We do have to reserve at least one card with a target on it, which we have here in Blast to the Park. So we're going to go ahead and do that and slide that down to round 2, shuffling up our cards to make our new draw pile. All right, let's see. What do we have here? This Z shape, which could work really well here. Let's see. And we have this shape here, which we can almost... Actually, we can. So let's assign it to this park. And now we have this extreme altitude. It says discard the topmost reserved card and then reserve this card. So we'll put this in our discard pile over here and reserve this card instead. These will go to the discard since they've been used. We'll flip over our next park card. Okay. We have this block of 4, I think. I don't remember what this last card is, but I think we'll have a line of 3 that we can maybe complete this with. Yes. Okay, so we can do, oh, but it's the wrong, there we go. And now it's the exact shape shown here, which says discard the topmost reserved card, then reserve this card. So we're gonna get that card back, reserve this one, which is the L shape and the 2. And then we're going to reserve a card, oops, put these into our discard pile, flip this over, and then we're going to reserve a card that has at least 1 green. I think we want a lot of little shapes, although this Z shape seems really helpful here, but it also seems good there. So I think we'll discard one of the ones with like the smaller teddy bears. This T shape could be helpful for that Megapark as well. So we'll do that, slide it down, shuffle up our discard pile, and move on to round 3. Alrighty, what do we have? We have this block here. It doesn't really fit anywhere super well, so I'm just going to maybe start a new park with this card. Maybe we'll try to get that one done. We have this card here. We might as well try to just make this work, I think, because I'm not sure. We got the T shape back though, so I'm thinking it could work with this one. At least I thought we did, but I might be wrong. Let's see. We could also do something like this here, potentially, and then build from there. So maybe let's put this here. We have another card. Oh, maybe we don't have that. What did we say that this was good for? Up here? Is there a way that we can get this so that it's just those shapes? Well, that is the correct, those are the correct shapes. If we tuck this under, then we have at least one showing from each of the different park cards used. We have this exact, so we'll start a new park with this card, which means it has to go here. These will get discarded. And then we will flip over our next card. And let's see if we can complete it. Any of these? No, we cannot. Oh, maybe this one, actually. Just kidding. Is that... there we go. Okay. So now discard the topmost reserve card, then reserve this card. All right, so this is going to go here. These will all get discarded since that's the end of our draw pile. We have to reserve either a blue trumpet or yellow roller coaster. Let's go ahead and keep, this one has a little bit more versatile of shapes in it. So maybe let's do that. But I like that this is just on the edge with no blanks. So maybe let's keep this card. Okay, and we're going into our final round in the portfolio phase, round 4. We're going to shuffle our cards one more time here and see what we get. All right. So we have this L shape, which could work really nicely here. Have this, which we can use to complete it. Excellent. So we have that sideways like cross. We'll start a new park with this card. Maybe this would be good for Cosmic Journey. These will get discarded. Let's flip up our next card. Are we able to finish this one? I think if we do like this and this, it's done. So add this card to an existing park. Do not start a new park. Oh, we don't have an existing park. So unfortunately, I think then it just gets discarded along with these. We'll flip this up. Downfall. All right. Let's see. We can do, oh, that is a crazy, crazy shape. We'll try our best to get this one done. Unless we have a 3. I don't think we have like a line of 3 on this card, so I don't think that that will be possible. So instead, let's go ahead and try to add to this one. We'll see what we get. And then this one. All right, let's see if this is even possible to create this shape. So if we have this here, we have that L, then one down and one over, but we would need at least one of those to come from here instead. So we can just, oh no, can we not do that? We do this like this. It's going to be much larger than what's shown here, so we won't get the ability, but at least it will be done. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we would just need one there, I believe. So that is complete. All right. So these remaining cards are going to be discarded. We won't be using them. And now we have to decide if we want to use any or all of these for our mega park. So we have 4 cards currently. And again, for missing icons, we get -2, but we also get points for each, or we get 2 points, which are bad, but we also get points for each of the cards that is, or each of the icons that's in excess outside of this particular grid. So I think we want some more teddy bears based on our plan. I don't know that we have a lot in there. We probably want at least one of these cards. I think we have an okay amount of trumpets. I don't know that we have any hot dogs. My memory is not that great. This shape looks like it could be helpful, especially with all the little bits kind of like hanging down there. So we'll put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to try it with the 7 cards. We could do any amount of these cards from our discard as well, but I think that might be overkill. So now we're going to reveal all of these with this in mind as our overall plan, and we get to use all of these simultaneously. So let's see. We want to prioritize having a lot of these little green friends. So maybe we start this with the top left corner and build out from there. We do something like that. That gives us a decent start. We can then add some of those blue trumpets and maybe continue working those out to the side. The green. So now we have the top 2 completed rows. We need 3 more over here and then those dangly bits. I'm wondering if we can position this somehow. Maybe like so, and then we can just fill this in later with something else, perhaps. Oh no, I don't think we have enough. Actually, let's see. This was the 3 that we might need. If we do something like that, then we would just need 1 here and 1 here, if possible. That seems a little challenging. So what if we slide this over instead? We can even tuck this like that. Okay, no, because then we're missing 1 here. But, oh, I thought it would be this shape. That would have been perfect, but then we would cover all the yellow. So that's not good either. What we can do though is shift this like so and put that there. Then we're just missing 1 here and we have 1 extra here. We also don't have a hot dog though, so I think that would put us at a pretty poor score. Let me see if it would be possible for us to get some hot dog action up in here. Can we do like this and then like this? No. All right, that might have been our best bet. And unfortunately, I don't remember exactly how it was positioned. Uh-oh. I think we were using these 2 blue down here. what we were doing. And we had these kind of in the middle. All right, so I think we're gonna leave it at that and score it just to see how we did. Okay, so as far as extra icons in our park go, or missing icons, we have this missing one for that middle little tab there. So that's 2 points. We also have one extra, which is 1 point. So we're at a total of 3 points. We are good on, oh no, we're missing the target and the hot dog. So we have a total of 5 points, which puts us at the level of capable planner. Not quite a failure, but there's a lot of room for improvement. So there you have it. That is a solo playthrough of Lands of Amazement. I'll start by saying that I have not played a game quite like this. I think that the multi-use cards, having the plans, but then also having 2 different shapes that you have to orient and work around with those blank spaces, is a really challenging spatial puzzle. I also like the fact that you can really try to get the exact shapes versus just accumulating a lot of cards, so you're not usually locked out. And the resource management is really tight, with only having 4 cards to start in your draw pile and having to add at least one of those to your portfolio every round. For me personally, I think one of the biggest challenges is that this game heavily relies on memory. You could play kind of open hands in terms of looking through your discard or having your reserve cards face up minus that one that you start with, but that's not specified in the rules. And it's highly advantageous if you know what's coming up in your deck, which shapes, what the orientations are, what the icons are for the cards in your Megapark. That's brain power that I just personally do not have when it comes to playing board games. I think it's a fascinating design for sure, though. And I think for folks who are a fan of memory games and spatial puzzles like this is a really fun, unique one with a cool theme. So again, a huge thank you to ButtonShy for providing a copy for preview. I'll put a link down in the description so you can check out more of Lands of Amazement coming soon. And while you're down there, if you'd like to leave a comment and let me know about other games that you think I might enjoy or that the community might enjoy to see here up on the channel, please feel free to let us know. That's about all the time we have for today. Thanks so much as always for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.